Okay guys, fire alarm time. It's 7:30. Let's see how long it goes on for. It's August the 21st, 2019. You see how beautiful this is? It makes my ears ring nicely before I leave the house. It doesn't matter though, it doesn't bother me anymore. Okay guys, done deal. I think they're trying to balance out the computer program's quota, because I have to get a certain amount of noise on a daily basis, and I have to get a certain amount of motion done in front of me. There's a quota every day, and they have to get it somehow, some way. And if they can't do it in other means, they'll pick certain means to do it in. All right guys, so we're coming out to the farmhouse. As soon as we come out, we're gonna start employing people right away. People are gonna come out, otherwise that won't do anything in their time. Misfits, incompetent people will have a reason to move their big fat ass when I come out of my house in order to stalk me. That's the whole point why this is done to someone, is to microchip them and have them become a battery source for everybody that is a misfit in society and unemployable. For them to survive, you're creating a source of employment for them. Pretty much. You're being farmed, guys. But you're the engine, they're the shit machine. Alright? So that's what happens in these countries where it's... And now they could set it up anywhere anyways. I'll be in touch. So guys, as you noticed, the fire alarm went off at 7:30 in the morning. The reason why, when I get ready and leave the house really fast, they gotta wake up the people in the building to know, because they're sleeping like pigs, most of them. They don't do anything. What these people do is, they are pretty much, anyone that's pinned on you on your microchip is a misfit, is a person that you're creating a reason for him to exert energy. You're creating a reason for him to have a job in society. You're the engine, you're the battery source. They need it. That's what they mean in the Matrix when they tell turning a human into a battery, because you're becoming an energy source for all these people to have a reason to come out. Because if I wasn't around, all this action that you see on the street, whether it's cars, people, or anything, that's the reason why it's designed to be like a machine. It's pretty much they're employing people that are otherwise unemployable. They have nothing to do, these people. That's their job. They are a part of this machine. This fake machine, fake world that's created. That was created a long time ago. And is created now. It's probably what they're planning to have for the future. Who knows what they're doing? God knows. All I know, it's been done to me and I'm up. I know what the hell's going on. I'm being used as an energy source. So all these people that stalk me everywhere, walk towards me, away from me on a mile to mile radius, and run around with the cars, what would they do if I wasn't around? There'd be nothing going on there. This one right here, what would she do if I wasn't here? Who would put this here if I wasn't here? Who would put this dirty stuff for me to look at in the morning if I wasn't here? If I wasn't here, what would these people do at 7:30 in the morning? I guarantee you they all just woke up. Look at their faces. So, if I wasn't here, what would they do? They'd still be sleeping, right? So they'd have no job to do. You're a battery, you're job creation. That's what you become in this fake sort of setting. Because they'd have nothing to do, these guys. Think about it. They won't. So basically what they're doing to really intelligent people out there, that not really just really intelligent, you have to be an orphan. You have to not know the difference between something real and this fake stuff that they pull on you. They are using them to be a future society engine activators. For all these people to have a reason to come out, to pace, to pretend they're taking the bus somewhere. Those people don't even work. All of them. They're misfits. I'll take the video inside professional places for you, courthouses and hospitals, and I'll show you. But look at the people that drive the cars. Look at what they look like. All of them. I'm going to show you their faces. Those are not working people, guys. Those are not working faces. Faces that work any professional kind of job. I am surrounded with a whole bunch of misfits that without me, they have no reason to exist. They have no function. They have nothing to do. Nothing. Nothing to do, guys. So what they've done is all the professional places that I've been to, they have to empty the people out of there temporarily. Whether it's ahead of time or I don't know how they do it. Reading my mind, knowing I'm going to get to these places, emptying them out. I don't know. Code red, code orange, code blue, whatever the hell. I don't know what they do. But the only way for professional establishments to exist in this city and to function is by doing what I just told you. They had to do that. Otherwise it won't work. It won't function. So that means, because when I get there, it's on pause. There's nothing happening there. But you look at the people that work inside these hospitals. Look at their faces. Look at my old videos. Look at the courthouse. Pay attention. Those are not judges. They're not lawyers. So it's all this one's posing in there so I can look at her because there's nobody else bothering me at this time. So she has to pose in a certain way to show off certain body parts, pretending she's looking for the keys so I can look at her body. As soon as I get close to her, she'll walk away now. Also, she can get closer to me. It's a way of covertly stalking you. So you take this one for an example. See this? Now, as soon as I get close, she'll find the keys and she'll walk. Or she'll wait a little bit, then she'll walk. Because she wants me to see her, to smell her, to pass by her. Look at this doofus. Would this guy come out if I wasn't here? No. Look, coming out. Look. So you look at all these people. If I wasn't here today, would they have function? Would they come out? Would they have something to do? No. This guy in the plane keeps staying on top of my head all day long. He won't have function. You're a motor. You become a motor, an engine to make these things work. A reason for these things to waste gas and come out and drive and walk. And without you, they won't exist. They'll have nothing to do. This guy to stop the car in front of me like this because there's not a lot of cars to bother me at this time. So he pretended to pick up something. He came back to the car for me to get close, then he leaves. Maybe they have to bother you. It's too early in the morning. They're not ready. These are not job people. These are misfits that only wake up the time you wake up. I get it now. I get it fully. You're being used as an energy source. As a source for all these people to have a reason to move, to function, to create movement, energy. It's a job. I'm the biggest job creation wherever I go. It's for misfits just to walk around and fuck around, but still it's job creation. You know? So a car has to come and bother me from the left. You're a misfit. All these people. The TTC without me will have no function. Not as much as it does. Because wherever I go, I drain a big group of people around me. Wherever I go. there's a huge group of people stuck up my ass everywhere I go. And big trucks turning around me and noises at 7:30 in the morning. This madness, standing in front of me and moving when I look at them. See, moving their heads, pretending they're looking this way, that way. Look at the madness. Look how many people came out at the time I got here. So otherwise, these people won't work. They don't have a job. They don't do anything. It's a battery. I'm a battery for these people to work. They'd have no job without me. And their job is to be a pain in the ass like they usually are in society. That's their function. They're usually misfits, left out, incompetent, lazy. They don't speak English. They don't know how to work. So what do? You pin them on this energy source for them to feed off it. You're creating jobs pretty much. Without you, none of these people will be out here right now. This energy will be at home. So wherever you go, you create this energy. You become an engine to be beat on by losers. You're creating jobs. It's nothing but job creation. That's what they want the world to be eventually, like this. Everything that's professional is around them, and a battery being stuck in every single place like that to move people. Look. Whores at 7:30 in the morning. Hookers. You can tell from the face. The world, guys, what they're doing is, because a lot of people don't work out there, they don't do anything. They want to create energy machine running motors. So now 90% of the people that you see on the bus with me, more like 100, they have no reason to be here. Because if they did, someone who's going to work won't have a conversation at fucking 8 o'clock in the morning and annoy other people that are going to work and drain them of their energy. They would shut their mouth up. They wouldn't have that energy to talk, but they're not doing anything. They're just coming on the bus to annoy your ass and leave. That's their job. 7:30 in the morning, you want to relax. They don't do anything. That's all they do. They're leeches. You're the battery, they leech energy off it. They have a reason to make a living this way. That's all they do. Look at them, all lined up at the bus stop. I guarantee you none of these people are going to work, none. All they're doing is basic. Look, I'm gonna show you a lot of good stuff today. We're going to a lot of hospitals. So I'm gonna show you the things later on. I wanna save the battery, I wanna conserve it. Guys, the reason why I'm making this video is to notify you that I stop at doctors and pharmacy on Kennedy and Ellesmere to get my methadone drink. I'm supposed to be on 7 milligrams. For some reason, it's making me feel very strange. I don't know if they're putting something in there, poisoning me slowly, or putting some kind of drug in there, because I don't feel right. It's like I can't concentrate for some reason. They're putting some kind of drug in there. So I'm gonna leave a urine sample on the side. When I get to the real world, I'm gonna test it. Because this is their last pathetic attempt to poison me, so I don't make it to the real world. I can't see them doing anything else. Even the stuff I get from the food bank, I don't trust it anymore. The box that they're gonna offer me, I'm gonna start selecting another one. Because they're getting really desperate, they're scared I'm about to come out. So they're gonna take extra necessary measures not to let me get out. You know? It's becoming really, really, really... I mean, what would an enemy do when they can't charge you with anything to put you in jail or physically kill you? Because you're about to break down a whole conspiracy that's been around for 22 years, a huge conspiracy on you in the city of Toronto taking place behind decent people's backs. It's to poison you. I think they're poisoning me through the methadone or even the food that I get from the food bank. I don't know what they're putting in there because I feel strange every day, day by day. It's like they're draining my body of a certain chemical or a vitamin or something, or mixing my drink with certain other chemicals, poisonous chemicals. So I could die and they could say, okay, it was a natural death when the guys who come in to check you out when you die. You know, I'm pretty sure about that. So I want to make this video to let the world know in case I get poisoned, because I can feel it by September. By the beginning of September, something strange is going on here. They're not going to let me even see September. Even these cookies that I get from the hospital, God knows what's injected into them. Because they know that I'm going to go there and pick up some. And everybody in that place is in on it. So if they are poisoned, they won't pick them up. I'll pick them up and eat. I'm getting really scared now to eat anywhere in anything, because it's the only way for them to get rid of me. There is no other way. They'll actually slowly poison me with something. It can't be abrupt and quick, because then we'll find out where. So it could be certain chemicals or poisonous material being put slowly but surely in certain foods that I eat or I pick up from certain places. I mean, this is a desperate attempt by any failing conspiracy. That's what they do in the end. If they can't have you falsely arrested or physically kill you quickly, they will slowly poison you through covert ways. And now we get the security coming out there to threaten me that I was here today. Look. The same asshole security that got me arrested. Well, whatever, trespassed me for no reason. Look at him right there. Look. I didn't even go into the hospital. They're following me all the way outside to let me know that we saw that you were here today. Look how bad they are, man. Because what's going to happen eventually in September, this hospital will have the real nurses and doctors coming in. They rented it out from them and gave them some bullshit excuse. They went on vacation for me to come here and see nothing but the ritualistic crew applying the softcore piñata ritual on me, while the real doctors and nurses are gone home. Fake security, they all work for this company that created this bubble for me to keep me in it. All of them. There's nothing real there. No security, no people, no patients, no doctors, nothing. It's this big, huge artificial bubble that's containing this microchip crew that works on my microchip and to keep me drained and depleted from energy, from vitality, and not get through to the real world, to stay imprisoned inside this bubble. So I guess poisoning me would be the last attempt, you know, because they got nothing else going on for them. I've been feeling strange lately when I sleep, when I get up. I'm gonna upload this video just in case anything happens to me, for certain people who have been to my channel. She's holding a rug or something in her hand. And it's always these weird things approaching you, you know? They try to play with your hair. She's got a strange cologne on, or perfume, whatever you want to call it. So I'm pretty sure they're poisoning me. Because how else can you get rid of someone that's about to find out the truth of a huge conspiracy waged against them for the last 22 years? This person is too strong for them to take him down in the usual covert ways that they use. They've been using him for a year. It didn't work. I get stronger and stronger. I move forward. They can't provoke me into a fight so they can get me arrested and throw me in jail because I don't do anything wrong. They can't get out of here, man. Fucking bugs around me all day long that the microchip attracts. If there are no people to bug me, no cars, it's insane. It's got this leaves falling off the trees. Look, just all these strange things that will happen to you that the microchip activates in your surroundings for you to stay depleted, irritated, negative, you know, wind activation, whatever. FedEx trucks, about a zillion of them every day. So all these things that they're doing are not working. So now they have to resort to extreme measures. What are the extreme measures? They can't kill you physically right away. It will be exposed. So the best way to do it is to slowly kill you physically, because they're not being able to kill me in terms of killing my hope or emotionally or psychologically for me to do something stupid or kill myself or whatever. It's not working. I feel good. I'm happy. I'm content. I'm moving forward and I'm figuring out the truth. So the best way to do it is to actually get you physically poisoned from the things you eat, whether at people's houses, your home, the hospital. But they can't do them a lot, because then you can accuse that particular place. So it's a little bit here and there, a little bit here and there. I'm 100% sure that that's what they're doing to me. You know, they're not being honest. But this bus is supposed to stop here. It didn't. Isn't this bus supposed to stop? Are you waiting for 11? Are you waiting for 11 or 125? 124, right? Okay. So, you know, this is it, guys. I mean, this is how this works. Less equals more. See, they forgot the psychological warfare for me everywhere, because I always say it's a mathematical equation that I'm gonna win. The more we move forward, the more things take my favor, you know? So you got 3 white, 6 black, and a white plus, and less equals more. I don't really pay much attention to the stupid psychological warfare that they do, but I like to point them out for you guys on video, so you see that everywhere I go, my whole surroundings are fucking loaded with them. Excuse my français. Loaded, not big trucks, whatever, you know what I mean? So now it's pizza, weird, and sort of, you know, I don't know. These things are not important. All of them, including the microchip activating the wind around you, the insects. The reason why I mentioned that is to prove that there is a foreign body inside my body that's activating my surroundings. There's only one important thing here is to concentrate on, is to actually meet real people, not for them to block me when I go to those places and put the fake people in there and exclude me from society. That's it. Once you get in touch with real people, you don't even have to worry about your microchip anymore, because they can't do anything with it. It's getting in touch with real people and real establishments, because then you can carry on. You can see a real doctor, get this stuff out. You don't even have to do that. Once you touch base with real human nature, then from there, that's it. You're out of this fake bubble, torturous bubble. They can't bring you back in because you've made contact. You know, then if you really want to, you can take the microchip out, just to be on the safe side. But other than that, that's it. You know, guys, I can't see a doctor. I can't get a job. I can't do anything. Anytime I want to go look for something that's beneficial to me, I get the runaround from one place to another, wasting my time. Go here, go there, go here. This doesn't work. That doesn't work. You have to try the other people. You have to call a different doctor. This guy's busy till next year. So on, so forth. You get the runaround. So the only way then to come out of this hell that's giving you nothing but running around is to be at an important establishment and show up there every day, for as long as it takes for them not to be able to keep that place out of business. Because whatever establishment you get to, it's on pause. It has no function there, because it has to put all these people in it to do the ritual thing for you. So whoever that was real has been taken out of there, gone on vacation or whatever. Anyways, I'm not going to record anymore. I'll be in touch. So guys, I was a part of an experiment that's done by Freemasons. Pretty much I was used as a battery all my life. I was raised, I'm an orphan. I was raised with this Freemasonic family that applied these tactical sciences on me in order to raise me in a way to prepare me for a world that was orchestrated and architected ahead of time for me to live in. Now, what that world is pretty much what you see around me. It's a specific kind of people pacing towards you, and it's a world of draining you of your energy, pretty much. You don't get anywhere, you don't do anything. Every day is the same. As you can see in the Truman Show, I was prevented from employment because employment is where they can't do this to you every day. And no matter what I did, I was isolated. I was microchipped in 96, 97. So the world that I was prepped to get into by my own fake family was applied on the outside, in public, everywhere I went, in establishments, institutions, where this group of people that was prepped and trained to do those tactics on you would, through your microchip, know your every move and precede you into any establishment that you walk into, take the place of real people there and apply this crazy science on you, so you don't really get anywhere in life. You stay drained, depressed, you get mistreated. It's a world that gets created through the microchip, where these people would precede you to your environments because they tap your internet, and the microchip is injected in your optical nerve. So through it, they can hear what you say, they can see what you see. I know this sounds crazy, guys, but it's true, because the optical nerve is what translates the information from the eyes to the brain and vice versa. And they keep on teasing me like this with couples everywhere, because obviously if you're imprisoned, you can't work, you can't have a woman, you can't have a normal life. So that's why in public, a lot of it is psychological warfare around me, implemented by the people that are walking towards me, which is not normal people being there doing normal things. It's people being paid, prepped, given the information about you to come into your world and pretty much keep you in trance. Nobody talks to you, nobody treats you good, there's teasing everywhere, pointing. You've seen it in all my videos. It's a fake world that's designed to take place on top of a real world when you show up there, with a bunch of pretty much prepped, paid people to, act a certain way around you that is kind of like a script. They are told what to say, what to talk about inside the establishment, outside on the street. There's always this huge busyness around you. This fake holding hands things from 1950 style to keep teasing you, over and over again, that if something that you were deprived of when you got into this world, pretty much. So you're being used as a battery, pretty much. It's all these people around you that come in and make you miserable. Everywhere you go in public, you get treated pretty much in a certain way where you become miserable. It's not just on the street, it's any establishment that you walk into. It's the same thing over and over again. It's a group masquerading as if they're hospital employees, or as if they're McDonald's employees, or as if they're, any kind of place you go into. But what they're all doing that is the same, all of them, regardless whether they're hospital employees or we gotta cross the street, guys, and take the thing over there. They're all applying a certain science on you every single place you walk into. You know what I mean? It's attacking your chakras, creating extra noise, extra motion, and attacking you by psychological warfare. The conversations you hear, you're meant to hear them. They're designed to take you in certain things that you're going through, or certain things that you're deprived of, or certain this crazy fake world. And this has been done to me for over 29 years since I came to this country. So there's a set base for it. And now since I've woken up last year, they brought in a shitload of people. I see new ones and new ones and new ones and new ones, whether they're bringing them from this country or from somewhere else or from other provinces or I don't know. But basically, pretty much, let's say they're predicting that I would come downtown today. I will get a different version of downtown than the one you get. It's different kind of people, and these kind of people are meant to apply a certain, tactical science on me, on the outside and the inside. And you pretty much don't get anything done. You're stuck in a world where every day is the same. Like this one right here, what, I've seen her right there. I will tell you the exact place. That girl, I've seen her at a doctor's office that referred me to an ophthalmologist. She was at the clinic on Shepherd on just before the 404. That girl that just passed by. So I saw her about a week and a half ago. Probably about 2 weeks. She referred me to the so-called ophthalmologist in Fairview Mall. She was at a walk-in clinic. Guys, I'm not kidding. So it's this group of people, it's this crew that's designed to replace any place you go to. And they're trained ahead of time to work at Tim Hortons, to work in the hospital. And pretty much they follow your microchip, Let's say I'm heading downtown. These guys come out, take their rightful places instead of the real people, and apply a certain non-physical science to make you miserable, pretty much. So they're masquerading as normal people waiting at the bus stop, masquerading as people in cars, masquerading as they're selling food in a restaurant. What they're doing is everything's on pause. And there's a script. They know a script to apply on you. Everything's on pause. As soon as you pass by that place or you look in there, whatever script they were taught to apply on you will be applied. And mostly it's lots of motion, lots of noise, and attacking your chakras pretty much. Things that would annoy you and irritate you. You know what I mean? Psychological warfare, all kinds of things like that. So what's making it look more real and believable, it's the size of it and the amount of people that they're bringing in, huge amounts. But it's still fake. So the way to pretty much come out of this is, because you got to remember, now that I'm down in this block, everything is closed, nothing's functioning. There's no function to any business around here when you're down here. So this crew that takes over masquerades as if it's making things happen, but they're not. So the best way to do it is to come to a high functioning place every day. That way you know that all the establishments around you are not functioning. How long can they dysfunction downtown Toronto for? And that's the question here. Pretty much, because it doesn't matter whether they're the real ones or fake ones. That's besides the point. The point is, when you're down here, nothing's functioning. Everything's on pause in terms of its function. Now, food stores make money. They could always sell food. That's not gonna stop them, right? But hospitals, important places like that pretty much, they can't function without that. 1 second, guys. Not working? Should I use the back one? You don't even care, eh?
They're not working.
That's fine. Too bad. When I don't have money, they all work. When I have a Metro Pass, none of them work.
Presto, I don't know what to tell you.
Huh?
Presto, I don't know what to tell you. It has nothing to do with TCC and everything to do with Presto.
I know I have a monthly pass, but I understand what you mean. So Presto is not really ran by TTC?
No, it's not.
Private company?
Yeah.
That deals with even Mississauga Transit or...
Presto is its own company.
That's good.
That's why when it's not customers, Presto's not working, we're still responsible for your fare. It's not working behind my leg.
Okay, just gotta show you.
So guys, as I was telling you, it's any area you go into, about 10 to 20,000 people would pretty much get in there. Everything stops working, stops having function, and you're surrounded by noise and motion implementation pretty much that works on your microchip. the idea is to turn you into it's job creation. It's turning you into an energy source that's being, you're a piñata, pretty much. You turn into a piñata. And whether it's motion, noise, or even psychological warfare, or and being implemented by people, objects, machines, kids, doors, establishments. So a hospital is not a hospital, a restaurant's not a restaurant. They are what they are to serve a very quick, basic function. But other than that, the more important thing is to implement this draining science on you, so you come out of there pretty much depleted and in a state of trance, of every single positive look you have, outlook on anything. It's an environment filled with negativity, whether it's stories, looks, noise, motion, a world of hexagonish imprisonment, pretty much. It's you never heard the term someone put a hex on you. This is a real hex. And the only way you could be introduced to a world like this is for you not to know the difference between the real one and this one. So pretty much you have to be an orphan, so nobody looking after you, and you sort of grow up in a fake family and be introduced to something that's distorted out of reality. And the employed people around you know exactly what to say. It's a script downloaded, kind of like the Matrix. You see the program where he says, Ace, download the helicopter program for me, kind of thing. So it's a transmitter and a receiver, a microchip, that work on, sort of a system where you were supposed to receive whatever these people, but how do they know that you're there? It's from your microchip. When you look at them, they get a vibration, something, in order for them to apply what they're meant to apply. Why they're brought there. They were brought over there to do, I don't know, to show you their boobs, to scream, to talk, to move, play with the purse, whatever the motion or the psychological warfare move is. And it includes every single thing in your radius, I don't know, as far as you could see. Everything, cars, trucks, buses, people, you name it, lights, trucks, anything. It's the whole function of it is to pretty much work off that microchip and feed it the motion and the noise and the psychological warfare. It's kind of like a non-physical piñata, pretty much, but it's non-physical. It's pretty much draining your inner out of the great energy that it is. This free flow of energy is being wrapped into a battery, like sort of a, and straws are being stuck in there and siphoning the energy right out. And you're creating for all these misfits a reason for them to function. Because it doesn't matter whether you're a real misfit or not. When you come to this fake artificial world, you become a misfit. And your job is to siphon this energy through the transmitting and receiving microchips. This is the only way it could work. So you have to rent out the geographical place, or and get everything functioning and real out of there and take over, and for as long as you can. So obviously it can't take months and months and months if you're in a place that of high function. I don't know, the stock market, whatever, for example, All right, see this tight spot here? This is not by chance, it's by design. It's supposed to be like all these tight places, because the more you're annoyed, it's softcore ritual, sort of draining your energy out of annoying you in every possible way, psychologically, by hearing, by motion, by vision, and just clogging you up. It's draining you. It's basically a softcore ritual that feeds off annoying you, drains your battery that way, and it creates pretty much jobs in a way. You're creating. You're the biggest industry if you think about it. you're causing all that movement around you, and the purpose for these misfits to come out and feed, sort of like the vampires or the zombies in the movies, but it's non-physical. The idea is supposed to be that way, and masquerading as if it's a normal sort of society or normal establishment running. And it's not bad. Actually, it does a pretty good job of masquerading, but to the gullible eye, but once you open up your eyes and look, it's fake as shit. And with any narcissistic, psychopath, they're gonna want to take it to the end and take it till they can't take it anymore. So you gotta place yourself in a geographical location that has to function sooner or later. Can't stay out of function for more than whatever. The higher the function of that geographical place, the faster they get the fuck out of there. They have no choice. Doesn't matter how much power and money they have. And that's the idea. So here's another sort of a supposed to function place, but now it's on pause with a ritualistic crew waiting to move like a bunch of frigging goofs and act like idiots. Go ahead. So through your microchip, because when you look at that certain area, it creates vibration, or it creates a sort of an emptiness for them to act on it, whether it's a car or people or anything, And you get to clog up the ambulances in your face every time you come in here. All of them. Look, clog, constable, cops, everything. Look. Everything. Everyone's there. Right in your face before you even in bicycles. 10,000 bicycles. Everywhere you go. Look, they're all prepped up. And the pigeons and the birds come right away. Microchip. It's got a magnetic pull to your surroundings. Sort of a... Look what's over there. Cops, ambulances, everything. So I'm not even going to film now because they're going to accuse you of filming things and whatever. But this is the air kicks in. Look, in August, look at the leaves moving. So this magnetic pull, look at the ambulances all parked over there. There's like a zillion of them. I'm going to shut off the phone now, okay? So guys, now I'm at this hospital, Western, which is a pretty good hospital in Toronto. You get these fake people coming out with tags. I guarantee you they don't work at Western. But... and now 10,000 dogs. I'm on a leash. Fuck, it's worse than that. I wish it was only that. Anyways, this so-called Western hospital is a great hospital with great doctors and nurses in it. There's nobody real here today. They take over. So the real people have gone. They sent them out for summertime. I don't know what they did in all these hospitals everywhere I go. Because real doctors and nurses do not apply softcore ritualistic science on someone to drain him of his energy when he comes into the hospital. All right? There's a special crew that does that. Masquerades as them when you get there. So they rent out these places, I don't know for how long, because they predict your actions, what you're going to do. There's no point in me for going inside because I know what's in there now. You know what I mean? And holding hands comes over there. So it's everywhere you go that this is being applied on you. And the best way to deal with it is to sort of come to a place of high function every day. Now the reason why I'm not going into these hospitals, because all the securities are up on my case as soon as I walk in. Because if I go to the ophthalmology department or any department for you guys and film for you what's going on in there, you'll see that there are no real doctors inside. Because Western Hospital ophthalmology department, if you type on the internet, you will see what doctors work in that department. You will see their faces and pictures. Now, if I go up there and film, you will not see any of those faces coming in and out of the clinics. You will see somebody masquerading as them. This is why I tell, any single person that I send you a message and you come to my channel and you are willing to go out of your way to help me, or even, just to find out about this, if it's true or not, call me and send me to a place you already know. You don't even have to call me. Send me a message. Say, Sam, I want your YouTube channel. I want to know if this is for real. Go to this address in Mississauga, for example, at this time and walk into the store and purchase something, or just walk in there and show me the people that are working in there. I guarantee you it will be different than the ones you know. I bet my own life on it. This will prove to you everything else I'm saying to you, that I'm not a faker, or I am in trouble here and with an entity that's masquerading to be a real everyday functioning life kind of thing. What they do, they go and rent out those places that I go to and take over the people, real people that work there. I don't know what kind of power they have, how they could do that, how they could evacuate a whole area and take their place. I really don't know, guys. I would love to, but they are doing so. Okay, so I will upload this video. As ludicrous and as insane as this sounds, if you have any doubts, please, if you are willing to take my case serious and you have any doubts, I guarantee you I will prove to you anything you want to be proven in less than 10 minutes. Over the phone or in an email, anything. To show you that this dark entity behind the scenes, how it's operating in the city of Toronto and other cities in the world, because they've done this to me in different countries. Okay, and to show you how when a person gets microchipped without his consent, this is what they do to him. An underground world gets introduced to him because he gets tracked, and they start to be able to see through the microchip and hear what he does. They own you. So to control you, what do? Instead of having real people at stores, they put their own people there. So they're able to sell you the cigarettes you like, the cigarettes you don't like, so on and so forth. In every single establishment that you walk into. This is what's happening on the planet. So certain people are getting imprisoned this way, covertly behind people's backs. Real people don't know about it. It's only these people that work with this evil entity that know all about this. So guys, please, if anybody watches these videos and is willing to take my case serious, call me or send me to a place where you know the people well there that work in there, and I guarantee you, I bet my own life on it. You have nothing to lose. Just watch the videos. I will record for you who I see there, and I will upload the videos and watch them. And you will see completely different workers, employees acting really strange and weird and talking loud, and it's just the same setting that I described to you everywhere I go, with garbage all over the floor, dirty bathrooms, objects in place outside to clog up my environment unnecessarily. You name it. You've seen it in all my videos. Every place that I walk into is full of the same objects, same things everywhere. So that's about it. I made this video today for the new visitors, for them to see something legitimate, not to see all these other videos that I make sometimes that, sorry, I'm stressed out, or I do some strange things so they don't think they came to a channel and a bunch of fucking nutcases saying some stupid things. Excuse my language, I don't usually swear, but you know, my situation is very fragile. Anyways, I will upload this video, guys, for you today. I'm working on editing all the old videos to make it simpler for you guys, the new people that come into my channel, to see all the events that I go through, because you're not going to sit there and watch 46,000 hours of footage, everything I filmed over the last 4 months. And guys, I've had another channel before. I deleted it. It had tons of better videos, more action, believe it or not, more intense. But I was stupid enough to try to make a deal with this evil entity. They told me to delete them, and they tricked me into it, and then they started hitting me again. On that channel, I was threatened by someone who apparently worked for CSIS. They didn't mention their name though, and I was told that if it's really CSIS that's doing this to you, they have to mention their name to you. And they didn't, so they masqueraded as being CSIS agents. But what I want to know is, how could this happen in a city where the intelligence agency doesn't know about it? If they're not doing this, they're doing a heck of a bad job protecting their own citizens from being tricked and abused and fooled in places that they go to. This entity stole 30 years of my life, guys. I came to this country in 1990. This was done to me way before technology, the internet, and the microchip, by my own so-called fake family and my surroundings. They've done this to me in school, in college, to demotivate me not to go to university, to demotivate me from getting jobs, didn't give me the jobs, or gave me the jobs and abused me in there worse than you see here. They ruined my life. And regardless of all that, I still woke up and I still got to this point to expose them and show you the evil that's happening behind the scenes here, whether it's in this city or other cities. This mastermind plan to microchip people and introduce them to a fake world where all the misfits work in it. People that don't even know how to tie their shoes, lazy, on welfare, whatever the case may be, that benefit from this world. Because they're too cowardly enough to torture people, to know that they're torturing these people and still do it. So this is what I'm exposing. I'm gonna upload this video for you guys, okay? And I'll do my best to edit the videos for you and give you a nice version of what's happened to me in the last 6-7 months. Take care. Guys, I'm gonna make a new video for you. This is the real one. You know what I just realized? I've been held hostage by a bunch of kids that, I mean, they act the same as their kids. Swinging their legs, stalking. Bunch of kids backed up by money to hold me hostage and prevent me from meeting real, matured human beings. That's pretty much it. A high power with enough money financed a bunch of children to surround me and keep on screaming all day long around me everywhere I go. Tell me I'm wrong. Look at the way they act. Look at the way they move. Look at the way they talk. Kids, it's a fucking playground. What a sad situation. I've been held hostage by a bunch of children. Imagine you're being chained up by a bunch of kids and they're running around teasing you. That's fucking torture. That's real torture, actually. I wish it was matured human beings. It wouldn't be the same. Empowered, financially empowered children surrounding me everywhere I go. I mean, look at the outside too. A bunch of construction toys. The ambulance. You know, when you're young, you want to play with the ambulance truck and the fire truck and the police car with the little bicycle. That's what I'm surrounded with. Tell me if you can differentiate between the actions of the elderly and their kids. Tell me. In all my videos. They all act the same. I'm fucking surrounded in kindergarten class everywhere I go. By force. I think this is the best explanation I could give you about my situation. It doesn't get better than this. This is I hit the nail on the head. I am surrounded with a bunch of children everywhere I go that want to swing their legs, keep moving and talking. That's it. That are preventing me from meeting real human beings. I can't describe it any better. I think we hit the nail on the head this time. Now watch when I go inside the food bank what they're gonna do. Bunch of kids. Watch. Tell me if I'm wrong. Look at their actions and tell me if they're not children. Actually, the little kids' actions are more matured than the grown-ups. They are. Come. I'm gonna film for you now. We're gonna witness in the food bank. Tell me if I'm wrong. I mean, only kids wear t-shirts that say slogans and have bright colors on them. Nah. I'm gonna bring them, whatchamacallit? Biberon? What do you say? How do you say that in English, biberon? You know the thing they put in their mouth? Not the milk. Not the ones with milk. The ones without the milk. They put in their mouth, they play with it. What's it called? I'm gonna check it out. That's what I'm gonna call my next video. The power of the biberon. It's kids. It's a bunch of kids. Look, tell me if I'm wrong. Look at it. Study their actions. I'm in a frigging kindergarten class by force. No, watch the food bank, how they're gonna act when I walk in there. And compare that to a kindergarten class. I guarantee you the kindergarten class has more maturity than these guys in there now. Watch. You're gonna laugh your head off. Look. Look at their actions. Look at them. Fucking biberon 101. Look at the little girl. She's more matured, I swear to God. I'm not kidding. Because at least she's being herself. She didn't get artificialized with a frigging chip. It's not making me angry anymore. It's making me laugh now. I swear to God. I mean, they get irritating, I gotta admit, sometimes, but this is exactly the situation. It's kindergarten class. Breaking things before you get there, you know, making it messy and dirty and putting shit on the floor, and it's a bunch of kids. You know, a bunch of little girls that just reach puberty, want to show off their butts and boobs. It's ridiculous. This is what it is. You are being held hostage by a kindergarten class. That's how they're acting, and they're doing it for the money. So the people that are paying them the money are actually making fun of them. They're making them act like kids. Is it okay to get off here, or we gotta wait? No, of course not. Can't have it the easy way.
It's not safe here.
Yeah, of course, it's dangerous. There's planes passing by. Kids, guys, kids. Kindergarten. Yalla. Don't you know when kids misbehave and they really drive you nuts? This is exactly what this is. They want to get on your nerves and irritate you, and sorry guys. I'm going to grade 1 now. Oh man, I swear to God, I really hit the nail on the head this time. I'm being held hostage by a bunch of kids that are empowered enough to drive cars. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. When you're a kid, these are the actions that you would want to do to someone when you're a child. Look, come and bother them when they're walking with the car, moving, ticking them. You know, when your kids misbehave and you give them a beating. Unfortunately, these kids, there's too many of them. And I can give them a beating, but then I'll go to jail. Bunch of kids, children. Look at their actions. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong about saying they're a bunch of kids. You know, a bunch of young teenage girls that want to show off what they got. A bunch of men that want to piss you off like this and cut you off. It's kids. These are not men. There's nothing mature about their actions. And I got stuck in between them for such a long time. Thank God I paid attention and I realized that they're kids. Who would tease but a bunch of kids? It's hilarious. I'm finally seeing things clearly. They're kids, empowered with money. Oh my God, no wonder why this happened to me. I've been fucking surrounded with empowered kids. The people that are paying them to do this are actually making fun of them. They're making them act like a bunch of fucking kids. To try to turn a really matured man into a kid. That's pretty much the project. That's what the project's all about. Trying to turn someone who's designed to be really matured into a child by making so-called people act like children around him. I mean, look at the way the kids act. They're more matured than the parents. I swear to God, guys. Because they're being themselves. Kids. Okay, I'm not going to record in there now so they don't get pissed off and not give me food and kick me out. They're probably going to do that anyways. Watch how they're gonna talk. Look how she's waiting for me over there. Watch, watch. Listen, listen to how loud she's gonna talk so I can hear the noise. Listen. Listen, listen, listen. Look at this car stop there. Look at that one over there. Look, look, watch, watch. Look at that one waiting for me to come. Look. Look what I'm surrounded with. As soon as I come out of the building, look, listen. Listen to covert ways of stalking me and making noise and movement when I look at them. Look, look. Look at this one moving, grabbing the newspaper now that I'm looking at her. Car comes in. Watch, watch. Watch, watch. You're gonna laugh at this. It's going back like back in the old days. Listen to how loud she's talking. Look how far away she's standing to justify the loud voice. But look, 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 look. Look at the legs moving. Look. Look like I'm a fucking kid. Excuse my language. Look. So basically, what they've done to me is, guys, they surrounded me with a bunch of kids that they paid money to in order to prevent me from getting inside the real world. It's a hexagonish prison. That's what it's called. You know, so they pay people like that to do this to you. They microchip them too, because it's the only way they know that you're looking at them. So watch, look at my route. Look what I'm surrounded with. Even the birds. Look, watch. I've shot a lot of videos. Watch the amount of cars on the road and the TTC buses right away. Look at the kind of trucks with the thing. As soon as I come out of my building, this is where I live, this is where I came out from. Look, there's someone waiting there for, look how she's moving now that I'm looking at her, the little black girl. Look how she's moving. Look at this one. The whole time she'll be like this. Watch. Yellow trucks right away. Watch. Watch right away. Everything. Watch how everything starts to move. It's like a machine. I wanted you to see that. As soon as I come out of my house, what happens? Now that I'm recording, they're going to stop sending people. Usually by the time I get here, people are walking in from over there. See, there they are. They're walking away. Now here we go. Somebody comes out. So this guy was standing over there. Through my microchip, as soon as I look that way and I'm in range of him knowing, because the microchip's in my eyes, he feels vibration and he crosses. He does what he needs to do in order for me to see movement in front of me. Another one over there, look. See, she comes into her car. And down there in the other building. I'm gonna upload this video right away to my channel. There's gonna be a lot of new visitors because I'm sending out a lot of random messages to people. So you can see what happens to me as soon as I leave my house. Right away, guys. So these are the people in my neighborhood that work on my microchip. And here you go, they're coming. Listen to the beetle. See how loud the beetle is? Because they can't make noise from the people anymore. It's obvious when people keep talking. So they're making the, here we go. She drives towards me now that I'm looking at her. And these two walk towards me. And this one, it's kind of like the Truman Show, you know what I mean? Same idea when he says, okay, he's coming out, people get ready. These people don't even live in this building. They don't. So this is to ruin someone's life, to put them in prison pretty much. It's not just the people stalking you, it's also the places you go to. Look. Right away, look, another one. Cars, listen, look how many cars, look at the cars. One after the other, 2, 3 TTC buses. I barely left. It's been a couple of minutes since I left my building. Now this is a small video I'm gonna put up for you guys. I've shot a lot of videos back in the days, but lately the videos haven't had a lot of people in them because they've been cutting them out. So I want you to see what happens around me right away. Trucks, everything. Look at the time. It's almost 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. on August the 21st. It's a Wednesday today. I think it's the 21st. Right away, noise, people, everything. So the Truman Show was made out of my life, guys. I keep on mentioning that again. Anyone who has any doubt, from the new visitors that are running across the street towards me so I can see movement, motion. The microchip basically activates all my surroundings. Everything's linked to it. It's a transmitter and these guys are the receiver. Look how many TTC buses showed up so far. In order for me to keep seeing noise and movement. So they're all linked to my microchip, all of them. I know it sounds ludicrous, but it's true. Right away, look, they come out of there. Every time I leave my house, it's like this. Could be worse or could be much better. It depends on the circumstance. How you doing? Right away. Plane, you hear the plane in the sky? All these things get activated right away as soon as I leave my house. Basically, this is to drain your energy. Besides the fact that you're in prison, all the establishments you go to, it's people like this. Strapped to your microchip, paid money to mistreat you. So you never meet anybody, you never get anywhere. And the pigeons, they feed them over there every time. Look, the guy's feeding them now, I think. They feed them so they start to fly away and crap every time I come out. Everything, look how the whole neighborhood got activated. They're not even hiding it now. Look over there too. Behind me, everywhere, you know? It's sort of... Sorry, I didn't mean to film you. I'm just, filming around. I don't like kind of rude, you bring the phone at people. I'm my neighbor, you live on my phone. Sorry about that. So they stop here and have a conversation, you know? This is pretty much what I'm surrounded with, guys. I've been surrounded with this for a long time. So I wanted to pretty much give you an idea of what I go through every time I leave my house. They're not even hiding it anymore, which is good, which is a great thing. This is what I experienced. What you just saw in the last 5-6 minutes, throughout the whole day, everywhere I go, guys, everywhere. Throughout the city, all the establishments I get to, it's all like, this is my life. Now, this entity is trying to convince me that the whole city is like that on me. It's not a bubble. That every creature that lives in Toronto is doing this to me. That this is a government conspiracy against me. You believe what you want to believe. All I know is I'm tracked. I have a microchip in me. I really don't care of who's against me and who isn't. All I want is for this microchip to be out of me, because then none of this stuff will be linked to me anymore. They're not allowing me to see an ophthalmologist. I went to my family doctor. He gave me a referral to a doctor. Guess what the secretary said to me? The doctor is not free for another year. You could see his assistant in 6 months. I went to tons of hospitals, can't get referred to an ophthalmologist. They keep on sending me from one department to another. Why? Because there's a microchip in my eye. I know that because every time I look, I see if I look at that store over there right now, the Food Basics, look. People start to come in and out of the doors. Look, watch. Because I'm looking in that area. Eventually they will. It creates movement because it vibrates that way. It creates a certain vibration to them. See, now they're moving towards the store. Whether they come out or move towards it, cars and people. See, they're coming out, look. So all I have to do is look in a certain place because I'm looking that way. So my eyes, the microchip, creates some kind of vibration to tell these people that I'm looking that way for them to move. And it could be as far as possible. It doesn't have to be that close. Look how many people, look how busy it gets. So all these people that are waiting around in the area, as soon as I come out and get here, boom, they start moving, you know what I mean? This is basically a machine around you, draining your energy 24/7. Anywhere I go in the city, guys, it's like this anywhere. My area, another area downtown. I went to Gravenhurst, Ontario, same thing everywhere. Airport, courthouse, everything, hospitals. It's like the people inside are not doing any work. They're there just to bug me, and they don't. You don't see real patients. I can prove that to you. Everything goes on pause when I get there. Whether they take out the real people and then the special crew comes in to pretty much abuse me, I don't know. I don't care. All I know is there's a microchip in me. I'm being tracked and I'm being abused all over the city. Everywhere I go, by everyone within a 2-mile radius of. They know about me, that I'm coming there. They know everything about me. I'm like, what the hell is this? So I want the microchip out. Anyways, I'm gonna upload this video. It's enough. I don't want to film too much. I'm tired of it. It exerts too much energy. I just wanted to give you a small clip because I'm trying to edit the old videos and there's so much. There's about 46,000 hours. It's brutal for me to take all the clips where people move around me, cough, mistreat me in stores. You could take a look for yourself. There's a lot of videos out there, you know. But other than that, I just wanted to give you something quick about what I usually go through as soon as I leave my house and wherever I go into any store. This is my life everywhere I go. It's energy draining. It's a frigging soft go ritual on me everywhere I go. Truman Show-ish. Anyways, guys, see you later. Okay, you guys missed a little bit of good stuff, but certain cars pretty much turned into the exact spot where I was coming from. But trying to get some really good footage for you. There's the beetle on top of my head again on the balcony. I look at him, he starts moving. It's everywhere. Helicopters in the air. Look. So I wanted to really give you a nice small justifiable video so you could see what I go through. Excuse me. There we go, over there. I can't breathe. They sit and wait for me in all corners. These guys were hanging out at that store. If I would have went in that way, they would have came out that way. If I go to the back, they come out the back. So I can't get away from people. They're stalking me everywhere I go. I come this way now, look, they're waiting for me over there. The vehicle goes on full blast again. So it's the whole city doing this to me. It's everywhere I go, regardless whatever it is. Bubble, no bubble. All I know is everywhere I go, I get treated like this. I go inside professional establishments, nothing really happens. Everything goes on pause. The people inside don't seem like the people who work in there because they're such pricks. People that work in hospitals and nurses are supposed to help people. They're usually nice. They don't sit there and perform a softcore ritual on you with motion and, you know, and frigging noise. They don't do that in hospitals. Courthouses, usually most people that work in there are a bunch of pricks, so it doesn't matter. But still, they don't do that either. I've seen enough fake court sessions. Enough. Nothing really happens in there. They're talking about junk for about 20 minutes, using a couple of big words, and that's it. So this is my life. It's everywhere I go. Nothing really happens. Everywhere I go, everything goes on pause, and the softcore ritual there happens to make me feel like junk when I leave. I do accomplish the job. If I want to buy a pack of cigarettes, I walk into a convenience store, I get the pack of cigarettes. If I'm gonna eat, I go to grab a burger, I do get the burger. Now it could be not cooked well, I could get mayo instead of ketchup, but in the end, you do get the job done, barely. Unless I go to really professional, look at them waiting over there to move back and forth. Look how they're spreading out. Look. To activate. And obviously this waiting for me as everything. So I didn't want to edit a lot of the videos because it's a lot of work. And I'm really not in the mood, to be honest with you. But I wanted to show you a nice quick video of what I used to go through back in the days. You see this? Multiply it by 100. In terms of the amount of people, the amount of cars, and the noise. Look how it gets all activated. It's like this everywhere, guys. Any time of the day, any day of the week. Everywhere I go in the city. They're not letting me even in the hospital walk around anymore because I could prove that there aren't any real patients. There aren't any real nurses. There aren't any real doctors. It's just a charade in there. So they're not allowing me to go in anymore. Can't see an ophthalmologist, so I can't take out my microchip. Now, this has followed me to a lot of other countries. So, I don't know. So far, in my surroundings, to say that this is a Canadian conspiracy, I haven't really met any decent people doing this to me. Every person that does this to me, I look in their face and all I see is a scumbag. Excuse me, but this is my own personal opinion. I'm pretty sure not the whole city is loaded with, you know, I'm pretty sure it's just not the Canadian population. There are decent people out there. Whether they know about this and they're not taking part in it, I don't know. Or whether, you know, I'm pretty sure they're all professionals that do professional work in the city are not doing this. I don't know what happens when I go to the establishments where these people are working, like doctors and nurses, or the business buildings, or Service Canada. I can walk into a Service Canada building or an office where there should be at least 40, 50 employees. I see about 5, 6, and they're the ones who pull this talking loud, softcore, ritualistic endeavor on me. So I don't know what happens to the rest. They don't show up. They get them out of there before I get there. I really don't know, to be honest with you. I don't care to know anymore. All I know is I'm trying to send the word out. I want to see an ophthalmologist, and I want to get these microchips out of my eyes. Because look how close and low this plane is. It's almost on top of my building. Guys, it looks much closer in person than in camera. The airport is not close by. It's very far. You've seen a lot of my other videos with planes all over the place on top of my head everywhere I go to. So I'm gonna keep going to hospitals every day, because if they are getting these professional people out of there and those institutions are not functioning, which is very clear when I get there they don't, I want to get to the point where they're functioning. I want to meet those real nurses and doctors to take this microchip out. That's all I want. Because then none of this could happen to me. This could happen to me as long as it wants. Nothing will ever change. I'm gonna keep pushing forward and keep exposing this until I get to see a real doctor and take out these microchips out of my eyes. And nothing will ever change that. No amount of talking around me, no amount of stalking, no amount of abuse, nothing. I want to take these things out because the person who put them in there put them in my eyes without my consent. And since then, my life has been a disastrous nightmare for an educated, ambitious guy that his life shouldn't have ended up this way. Now I'm talking to you on the phone. I have to listen to these assholes talk loud coming from behind. Listen. So to avoid these assholes, I have to walk back. And another 4 or 5 assholes are behind them with big objects. This is how it is, guys. Look at the amount of cars. This is my life 24/7. 24/7. Every time I come out of my house, specifically they put these pigeons here. They feed them, they make them fly. So they pass by, I can see movement, motion in my face, crapping. Everyone with a dog in the neighborhood comes out. So whatever this conspiracy is, if it's the government doing it or not the government doing it, I don't really care. What I really care about is take out those microchips from my eyes. And this is what's gonna happen. I'm in the process of it. I only have a bit of time left in terms of, you know, this is what I get. So rudely, they have to get the leash to go far away for the dog to come and touch me. I get this about 30 times a day. Anyways, I had to make this quick video for you to show you what's going on because I don't want to make any more videos. It's a waste of time. I keep on filming the same thing over and over again. This one's about 8 minutes, the other one is about 10, 20. I'm gonna put them together and upload them and leave them there. So for the new visitors to see what my life is, this is not getting into any establishment. When I go into an establishment, it's nothing but pacing around me, shutting doors, creating noise and motion out of anything, whether it's stalking or shutting doors or using the equipment there, whether it's a hospital, a courthouse. It's kind of a softcore ritual to pretty much make someone really annoyed in there and drain him of his energy so he can leave that place pretty much drained. And this happens to me in all establishments and institutions everywhere I go, guys, from the elevator in my building to the courthouse, the subway, to you name it. So I pretty much put everything together for you now in this video. I showed you what the cars do to me when I get to an intersection coming in and out. They're pretty much, it's like a car ritual around me everywhere I go. Anyways, it's enough. I'll upload this video and I'm gonna keep sending more messages, more planes. I don't live by the airport, guys, by the way, okay? So I'll see you later. Guys, I'm gonna show you a little bit of my surroundings here at nighttime, what happens, all the movement. Here we go, cars come in and out. This guy's talking over here. They're doing things, here we go. I'm gonna show you what I experience when I walk around. Listen, look at this artificial, and right here, ladder and movement, and watch when I walk over there what happens. Look at the cars around me everywhere I go. This is Wednesday night, by the way. It's not a Saturday. This is not a nightclub here. It's just a normal place, normal, you know, sort of neighborhood, my neighborhood. And look. I'm gonna show you what I experience now. I get bombarded from everybody everywhere. There we go. So they decide to do that in order to make me stop and move and do whatever. So this is happening to me. You put yourself in my situation, all right? You wake up about a year ago to this madness. It wasn't this bad before. Anyways, for the last 15 years, I pretty much didn't go out much. But when I woke up to this madness, it got really intense like this. Now, put yourself in my shoes. A lot of construction projects started right away around my building. And then noise every day. I realized about 6 months later, my own mother was a part of the crew. Her schizophrenia included making noise for me all day long for the last 22 years, which is fake. She got scared. She left the house. All of a sudden, when I found out the truth, my own brother, the same thing. I ended up alone. I realized that my whole family conspired against me through this madness they're the ones who pretty much got me into this to begin with. They got me used to this. In order for me to get microchipped and be introduced to this busyness, this fake world, they prepped me. So, put yourself on my shoes. I woke up to all this information and I found this. And now about a year later, I found out pretty much the whole truth about the fact that I'm microchipped. It's in my eyes. Everywhere I look, there has to be movement and noise created. And I get to a point where about a year later, nothing's happening. But what I realized a year later, which is about now, that I'm prevented from meeting an ophthalmologist and I'm prevented from getting an MRI done. And everywhere I go, I keep getting passed on from one doctor to another, and I don't end up seeing real doctors. Every environment I walk into is a fake environment set up for me to, when I walk in, pretty much get my ass kicked through my senses, motion and noise and stalking and mistreating, and it's on pause. As soon as I walk in there, things take effect, they start moving. So you find out all this information that you're surrounded in an artificial world. And how do you come out of it? Everywhere I go, it's still the same thing. Everywhere. Artificial, artificial, artificial. You know what I mean? Mistreated. Nobody talks to you. Everybody gives you dirty looks. Busyness, busyness around you. Everywhere you go. Everything is designed to make you feel like crap. You can't get a job. I went to apply for a job. I applied for tons of jobs, but I went through one that they're supposed to help you get a job through my ODSP. And this place is supposed to help you get started. Do you know what they said to me? I need experience. So another fake place, U-turns everywhere. You go, so what do you do? What do you do in this situation? What I did, guys, is I designed a website, put it up there, and it filmed a lot of my fake surroundings for you to realize how unnatural they are and how annoying they are. And I can't promote them because the guys that are doing this to me have a lot of control on YouTube, the internet. They pretty much cocooned my channel so nobody can see it. You see a lot of subscribers and a lot of, viewers, but if you look at the comments for most of them, they're part of the opposition. It's psychological warfare. So not many real people have pretty much seen my channel. And everybody I bump into on the road treats me the exact same way. So I realize I'm microchip. I'm tracked. From the time I open my eyes in the morning, noise happens right away. Whether it's from my neighbor or right across the street by a car or a bike. Everywhere I go, it's the same all day long. Noise, 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 and movement. All these people are pretty much abusing me and working on me. That's all I get all day long, everywhere I go throughout the city of Toronto. So I'm trying to expose the truth so I can come out of this prison. It's a prison. Everywhere I go, I get mistreated. On the street, in the store, I don't get anything done. I can't get hired anywhere. I can't meet anybody. Can't make relationships. Can't get a job. Nothing, nothing. So it's this covert entity that's trying to erase me pretty much. They've taken it easy on me for the last 22 years because I was sleeping. I was in a coma. As soon as I woke up to my surroundings, started asking questions and figured out the truth, now they're trying to get rid of me. So what do you do in this situation? Everywhere I go, construction projects start to create noise and make the setting ugly. And, all those things are in my environment everywhere I go. You notice there's garbage everywhere, big objects in my face, cars everywhere, people standing, people walking, people moving. Truman Show, same thing. You're stuck in a prison. So, what do you do to come out? When you realize that every place you go to is not functioning, everything goes on pause, your life becomes a time machine, time stops for you. So you try to go to the same environment, establishment that runs when you're not there. Because when you get there, the function of it stops. So you go to important places that can't stay out of function for a long time. Like hospitals, for example. They have a couple in the city, they're really big. And you get a really pathetic, immature crew like these guys, you know what I mean? Passing by and acting really stupid and talking loud and laughing like idiots. I see this all day long. All day long. You know what I mean? And everywhere I go, it's like this. A bunch of fake artificial people stop there and moving and talking like a bunch of robots. You can't get rid of them. It's like a downloaded program, you know what I mean? Fake laugh, fake move, fake everything. You're surrounded with fake ass people. Look at my surroundings. Look how annoying they are and stressful. What do? You have to be patient. You gotta be strong. You can't hit them because it's very provocative. Your environment's designed to be that way. It's sucking the energy right out of you. You're being used as a piñata. in a covert way and not touching you physically, but attacking your senses of seeing, hearing, and everything. So this entity is pretty much that's running this, which is through the microchip that activates your surroundings. You see that in a lot of my videos. I recorded a couple of videos for you earlier on today. I'm going to attach this to them. You're going to have about 40 minutes. I'm going to put them all in a row. And I'm not going to upload anymore. I'm going to keep calling out Canadian phone numbers. And not keep calling them, but send one message to random numbers every day to expose this, because they're cocooning my YouTube channel and the website. Nobody can get through. For people to see what I go through, the hell that I go through, and hopefully we can, raise attention. Other than that, that's pretty much all I can do for the meantime. You know what I mean? And keep going to the same establishment over and over again, because every time I'm there, those establishments stop functioning. They go on pause. So let's see how long they can keep hospitals from functioning, or important places, government places. The best place to be in this is downtown, pretty much in the center over there where things need to function. Because every time I'm there, they go out of function. I want to see a doctor. This is why I go to hospitals. I want to see an ophthalmologist. I'm 100% sure I'm microchipped in my eyes, and they keep on giving me, excuse my language, the dick around. They're not allowing me to see one real decent eye doctor. Not one. I went to my family doctor in order to get transferred to one. He told me a year to see an optometrist, not even an ophthalmologist. So I want to keep you guys up to date. This could keep going on forever. We're going to keep hitting the same place every day and get to the end of this, all right? See you guys later. So it's torture, guys. This is torture. It's a covert way to torture someone. Noise and movement and motion. It's complete torture. And a lot of these people, every single person you see that passes by me is taking part in a torture project. You know what I mean? So it's everywhere. Even when I turn around, there's someone behind me, in front of me, beside me, on that side, on this side. It's a torture project. So these are not human beings. Real human beings don't do this to other human beings. You know what I mean? Everywhere I go, real human beings are shielded, because no human being would do this to another human being. These are people that are of a specific nature. And they're bringing in a lot of them. I don't know from where. And I do have a strong belief, not almost 100% belief, that this is a bubble that I'm surrounded in everywhere I go. Real Canadian citizens, real human beings that have professional jobs out there, not only don't take part of this, they don't know about this, that this is happening behind their backs. So I get here, somebody comes into the car and starts it. This is how the torture is. This is torture. So this guy right now just took part in the torture of creating noise and movement for me as soon as I get to this area. Right? Now, if this wasn't a country of laws and rules, nobody would do this, because then I'll stick a knife in his throat and then nobody will come close, because they're torturing you. But since we don't want to do that, we want to stay civilized, and we want to solve this the proper way, just to show these people that I'm human being, even though they're not. And they're spread out everywhere you go. I could go walk into any direction, into any place, all the way up there or back in the other area, and I will always see people moving back and forth in front of me. How could this happen? Through the microchip. They take positions in places, and wherever I go, which way I head through my micro, even up in the office, if you look up there, they're moving. Look. When I look up there, watch at these people, how they're moving. Right on top of shoppers and over there, look. Up on the third floor, how they're moving their arms or doing whatever up there. So whichever way I look, you know what I mean? They're moving, they're doing things. It's a machine that surrounds me pretty much. Everywhere I look, everywhere I go, of noise and movement. People around you implementing movement and noise. All right? That's about it, guys. I don't know what else to give you. Nice, quick information. But that's it. What else? So they keep coming. One disappears, one shows up. And look at the colors of shirts they're wearing. So that way at nighttime I could see it coming from far away. You know what I mean? So that way you could notice it. Usually it's bright colors at nighttime, or white. So now I'm gonna go back. What time is it? To sending messages. It's actually almost 9 o'clock. I will send out another couple of messages after 9. I won't. Usually I stop at 8. I start at 10 a.m. and I stop at 8 p.m. So I'll send a couple more messages, upload these videos for you guys tonight. See you tomorrow. Have a good night. God bless. I have to get this for you. Hold on a second. See this? Over there, they're courting, they're kissing, they're hugging. So this is one of the tactics to actually rub it in your face, you know, because obviously when you're in a prison like this, you can't have a woman in terms of having a relationship. So they keep on rubbing this in your face all day long. It's fake. This is one tactic to keep you drained and angry and pissed off. They keep on rubbing it in your face over and over again. You see it in a lot of my other videos, and that's about it. And you know you're not getting in touch with real human beings. They're artificial, and they're not really human beings on the inside. Otherwise, they won't agree to take part in this torture project. So, God bless. I'll be in touch. I want to show you guys how they act. Look as they approach me, how they're walking and how they're acting. Look at them. Look. Look how fake they are. Look how irregular they are. Just everything about them. You're surrounded with a bunch of children that are paid or empowered or pushed by this entity, whatever this entity is. And there's always a car waiting to turn. When I go to any turn, they're slowly moving as I approach to annoy you. So your cross is not, it's very annoying. And look at the amount, look at the circus. I have to be surrounded and everywhere I go. Look at the way this guy's dressed. That's on purpose. That's not by the, you know, so you're supposed to experience all these weird things on your trail. And they're bringing them in more and more and more. We can go through this for another year. I have to see an ophthalmologist, get an MRI, and get these microchips out of me, so I stop attracting all these weird, artificially programmed creatures. I know this sounds weird. Look at all my other videos so you understand exactly what I just said. And I keep seeing the same ones every day about 10 times. This lady, I've seen her, she passed by me 4 times today. So that's their job, to pace back and forth. So it's the microchip that attracts these artificial creatures. What you gotta do is be strong enough not to stress and ignore their ass. Excuse my français. I'll be in touch, guys. Okay? Have a good night. And God bless. I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling really good. I'm gonna keep going with this forward and let them bring them more and more and more and more until we crack this bubble and meet some real human beings. Through a hospital, through a professional establishment, let's see. Because I filmed videos for you in all these professional establishments, and one look at these, look at these two over there. Watch. So it's this rubbing in your face, this romantic sitting, usually a guy and a girl. But you see a lot of that. It's this part of the game. It's part of this prison that you're being put in for it to tease you and remind you of something you're deprived of because of the construct and the architecture of the prison you were put in through your microchip. That's what happens when you get a microchip. You get excluded from real society. I really don't know how they do that. And they bring in all the misfits to annoy you all day long and drive you crazy. Torturing. It's a form of softcore torture to drain you of every single emotional strength you have, every psychological, to attack you psychologically, emotionally, and drain you of all these, you know, things that make you feel good on the inside. Constantly. Lights in your face, people, cars, covertly, they stop, they pretend they're talking, they flash those lights in your face, everything, constantly. On and on, all around you. Torture. Through the use of lights, attacking your senses of your sense of sight, your sense of hearing, smell too, bad smells everywhere you go, planes in the sky, everything. I've showed you guys a lot of videos like this, so I'm gonna keep on getting stronger and figuring out more ways to come out of this hell. The microchip, in the end, if I do not, I will eventually, but just in case, I'll take it out myself. There's no biggie. Without harming myself. I'm not stupid. I'll find the right way to do it. So that's about it. I don't think I'll have to resort to those measures, but for now, at least. So every place I get to, there's always a car leaving too, because they want you to sort of, walk slow, leave, run someone up your butt right away. That's how it works. That's how they annoy you. But the idea is to show it that it's dysfunctional, that it will never work. They could keep this going for 100 years and run out of people and money, and you're still kicking and moving forward. That's the whole point. So that's enough for now. I'm gonna have a smoke, chill out, relax, and I will be in touch, boys, because this is tortura. Es una tortura. Okay. Let me send out some messages. I'll see you guys later. Take care. God bless. Bye. Guys, what is this? A drone? What the hell is this? Hold on a second. I'm trying to figure it out. Is that a chopper? It looks like a small drone. Oh. It's attack of the bicycle. It looks like a small drone, this thing. It's weird. It's not making any noise. Yeah. So anyways, I just wanted to show you the small drone. Just put my coffee over there. And we got a stock car over there. We got a nice fake theater on the left side here. But overall, it's pretty much it. We got a guy standing over there. I have about 4 minutes and 56 seconds. We might as well record them. So I'm going to show you the amount of cars still there. And the ones coming from this side, look how violently they take off. So this is supposed to be the machine that runs around you, drain you of your energy the whole time we're talking and moving, and people and cars and everything. People crossing the street, people here, people there. I'm getting used to it. It's funny, but it used to drive me mad, this thing, back in the day. So now there's someone turning left. Look how violently they go. So anyways, so now there's someone turning right. You see, every time you cross, this is happening to you because it puts you in a weird spot, You want to speed up, you want to stop, you want to walk back, you want to walk forward. So it puts you in this awkward, really strange situation. Now there's more people coming from over there. Look, crossing the street so you can see more motion. Is that a dog with them? I haven't seen one in a while. No, it's a bicycle. Anyways, this is pretty much it. It's a ritual. It's a soft-core ritual being done to attack your eyesight and your vision and everything else included in it, psychological warfare or whatever. I keep on repeating these things so you guys get it, but that's pretty much what it is. And that's it. Objects, big trucks that have weird things on them. That's pretty much it. So you're like this victim in the middle of all this madness that's happening around you, and they're attacking you covertly in circles like a snake. And you're in the middle, this victim screaming, getting tortured, because they're draining you of your energy through attacking your vision and your hearing, your sense of smell, your psychologically attacking all your chakras, tapping on the places that bother you. What else? I'm repeating a lot of the same things, but I want you guys to watch the videos now. This is good video. There's a lot of people around. At least I could show you what the hell's going on, because the last couple of days I've been recording, I gave you a lot of good stuff in terms of explaining what goes on, but I couldn't get you a lot of good footage. Now we have more action, a lot more people joining the club, and which could validate my footage. Today is Tuesday night, Wednesday night. So this is all uncalled for. It's not like it's a Saturday. Even if it was, it's not just the business, it's what they're doing. And that's about it, guys. What else? We have about 2 minutes left. I'm gonna fill them up for you, or should I leave them just in case anything interesting happens? I'll leave them in just in case we see anything interesting. And that's about it. I'm gonna send one more message, 20 numbers, and that's it. We'll call it a night. I'll be in touch soon. Guys, we only have 2 minutes and 20 seconds here, and just a final thought for the night. Basically what happened to me over the last 30 years in this country, it was a fucking kid, excuse my language, I'm not gonna swear. It was a child with a lot of money that started this project and pinned a lot of children like him and backed them up with a lot of money to brainwash a kid. And because this kid was matured, he's a real man, he's got the genealogy of a real man in him. So what this kid with a lot of money did, because he's got jealousy and envy issues from real men, because he's not one, with all the money that he made. So he backed up this project with a bunch of kids like him in order to keep this young man irritated and like a kid. You know what I mean? Because he didn't want him to come out in society and show society that he's a bigger man than him. That's pretty much it. That's what the whole project's all about. A powerful kid with a lot of money that backed up a whole bunch of kids to keep this young man irritated and imprisoned in this so-called like fake artificial life. And this young man, regardless of everything that was done to him, he still woke up and realized that, you know, one day he's been surrounded by a bunch of kids everywhere he went that were preventing him from entering society. That's pretty much it, you know. A sort of a fake artificial world was created around this young man in order to keep him imprisoned in it, not to live a real life and move forward. Sort of stopping time for him. Everywhere he goes, he's surrounded by them. It's artificial. He got microchipped. The people around him are microchipped in order to feel him when he looks at them so they can move and implement the script that was downloaded into their program to implement. I know this sounds weird, but this is how this technology works. It's a way to imprison someone who's really intelligent, decent, powerful, that if he comes out in society, he will do some great damage in a good way, in a positive way. Improve society, improve the way people feel. So this kid that's in power with a lot of